Hey, English 2 honors. So it was good to check in with some of you over Zoom meetings this week. So if you ever need anything, feel free to message me, email me. If you need any help with your argument essay, if you need any help with the Mockingbird, or just if you're like, hey, Mr. Scoble, I'm not feeling well today or this week, and just struggling with just mental health issues or whatever it might be, please let me know, and just so I can kind of touch base with you. So I did touch base with a few of you over the two Zooms that we had on Wednesday and Thursday. So it was good to see all of you and hear your voices, and glad to see that you guys are doing well. Miss you guys terribly. So the thing for next week will be to finish up To Kill a Mockingbird Part 1, and there will be a short answer test on Friday. So the way to prepare for that is to kind of read and look at the major ideas on that annotation guide. So on the Zoom call, we did talk about some of the major themes of like, what does courage mean to Atticus? And look at details and examples that Atticus is trying to teach his kids courage. The other thing to look at is how is he holding him to a higher standard of living within the community, and what does Maycomb citizens react to that upbringing. Another thing that people touched on in the discussion post was the Maycomb setting, and so that especially in chapters 1 through 5, looking at Maycomb, the characters, the interactions that they have with one another, the judgmental views that they have towards one another, how does that serve as a larger representation of America, and looking at characters specifically and how they interact. Then the other thing to note is Atticus's teaching style, which I just kind of touched on, but also other adults within Scout and Jem's life. Calpurnia, Miss Maudie, the Mrs. Dubose, which you'll see next week. How are all these adults and interacting with the children, trying to teach them a lesson? The one overall theme we also talked about with the Zooms was Scout's innocence. And so how does the narration of adult Scout help inform her innocent childhood and her point of view? And so the one thing to note is adult Scout has commentary on her childhood self. That childhood Scout didn't know that she was living during the Great Depression, but adult Scout now knows that, knows the dangers of the world that childhood Scout did not. And as you progress the book, note major moments that childhood is ending for Scout. Boo Radley is one of those things. And so the trinkets that Boo Radley is giving the kids in that knot hole, when that is cemented over, that is really symbolic of one step of childhood ending. That childhood games of Boo Radley, the trinkets that he was giving them, that's over. That's no longer happening for them. And that's just one step in her evolution towards understanding the world. So take a look at that. So that's kind of what I wanted to preview with this video. So hopefully you are doing well, and those are the larger things to look at for the rest of part 1. Hopefully you're enjoying the book, and let me know if you have any questions.